What would you tell a younger cat
Yeah.
how he should navigate those turbulent relationships?
So my mentor has always said, don't do partnerships. And they're doing it as a fail-safe. So, because what most people want to do is they want to go, well, let's partner up and do this together. So the first thing is, it's really funny. I was in my spiritual journey and relationship journey. I read a book called "If You're in My Office, It's Too Late." It's a marriage book. It's a divorce attorney that wrote a book about, why marriages failed, and from a divorce attorney's point of view. And he said, if you're in my office, it's too late. So the point that I got out of that I interjected in my business was, you should prepare for death or divorce always in a business. He said that I don't believe in divorce, but you should prepare for death. So my wife and I have prepared for death. We've got a good amount, few $1 million worth of life insurance and a plan and stuff like that for her. So if I died or she died, that our family will be set up and taken care of. But in a business relationship, you have to prepare for the exit, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be really in business forever. Like what? Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett are like the only two guys I know that are like done business together for that long, successfully. But again, if you look at what the billionaires are doing with those partnerships, at least they have a system. So what kind of a system have they lined out? So if you look at like Ray Dalio's systems and processes, you just have to have a structure on really on like, I don't want to say it's like, what you're in charge of, because at the end of the day, as you're running a business, if your partner's not holding their leg, you can't complain about it. You just got to go hold their end of the bargain, right? So, outdo one another in showing honor to each other. Like just go and fill in. Maybe you are not going to be good in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, whatever from now, and they need to step in. Just outdo one another in showing honor, and always try to outserve one another. But you should absolutely prepare for the exit, and like what that's going to look like, and what do we do with the assets, and what do we do if you die? You should definitely have key man insurance on each other. That's a sweet tax strategy and investment strategy you can do. But yeah, dude, I think that one of the hardest parts about partnerships is being selfless. Being selfless, and most people just are very selfish. They're doing it for the money. They're doing it for what they're going to get out of it. And I don't struggle with that as much, but I definitely see it at times. And then I have to just say, oh, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for the greater good of what we originally planned on. So yeah, prepare for divorce, prepare for the breakup, and that's a smart thing, dude. Yeah, because you want to go. What if right now you're extremely excited about selling solar and installing solar and running office training teams, but in 6 years from now, 7 years from now, you're like, dude, I want to go like sit on the beach for 2 years. There's nothing wrong with that. Just prepare for the exit so that you guys can successfully exit if you guys do.
Transitioning from your solar career, now being a fund manager, having millions of dollars, and it's just continuously going up.
Yeah.
What's been your biggest learning lesson on the transition?
That I am extremely grateful, Luis, that I worked the hours in door to door. It is almost the exact same thing as far as personal relationships, emotional intelligence, negotiation, sales, business, scaling businesses. It is almost the exact same thing. It's almost the exact same thing. And I was very aware and observing how I was at Solar City. I was watching how these meetings are ran and how they ran, Solar SCTV, Solar City TV. Like, I was very observant on how these companies were doing their process, writing them down, taking notes, so that when I eventually ran a solar office, then up to 4 offices, I knew how I could structure them. Same thing, and now in the financial side, venture capitalists running an energy fund, running a fund. It's very similar. I don't want to downplay how much more sophisticated I am now. Whatever. That's funny with my team. I'd say this is like the backwards hat Mikey, and then this is that character, and then this character is the suit Mikey. So when we talk about when we talk on LinkedIn, that's suit Mikey. When we talk on Instagram, that's like backwards hat door knocker Mikey. So. But it's the same thing, man. The good thing is I get to be the same person. So I didn't have to change. Yeah, sure, I'm wearing a suit, but it's like Eric Thomas. If you don't like me because I got a backwards hat, don't hire me then. Get out of here. You don't need this. You don't need what I got. You don't need this gift of God that has been given through me.